Do you ever see someone and think, hey, they seem cool, we could be friends, and then you just do nothing?
All the time. It feels like there should be a simple way to say, I like your vibe, let's be friends. But instead, my brain just freezes.
Right? It's so weird. Why is making friends as an adult so awkward?
It's like we've forgotten a basic human skill. We can navigate complex social situations at work, but asking someone if they want to get a coffee? Terrifying. I was thinking about this the other day. When we were kids, making friends was the easiest thing in the world.
Oh, totally. You just walked up to another kid on the playground and said, want to play? And that was it. Best friends for the rest of the day.
Exactly. Or you shared your snacks. Sharing snacks was a powerful friendship tool.
It really was. And in school or university, you were just surrounded by people your own age all the time.
You had classes together, you had lunch together. Friendship was almost automatic. You didn't have to try so hard.
Yeah, it just happened. Now you meet someone at work and you think they're nice, but the idea of asking them to hang out outside of work feels like a huge step.
It feels like you're asking them on a date or something.
Yes, the friend date. It's a real thing. And it has all this pressure. What if we have nothing to talk about? What if it's awkward?
The fear of awkward silence is so real. As a kid, you could just play. You didn't need to talk for hours.
You could just exist in the same space. Now you feel like you have to perform. You have to be interesting and funny and ask good questions.
Right, like an interview for the position of friend.
That's exactly what it feels like. It wasn't like this before. The whole system was different.
And the stakes feel higher somehow. As a kid, if someone didn't want to be your friend, you could just go and play with someone else. Now it feels like a personal rejection. Okay, so let's talk about the actual awkward moments, because I have a few.
Oh, me too. I had one recently. I was at a coffee shop and the person next to me had this really cool laptop sticker for a band I love.
Okay, a perfect opening.
I thought so too. So I worked up the courage and I said, hey, cool sticker. I love that band. And they were like, oh, thanks, and put their headphones back on.
Oof. The end?
The end. The conversation was over, and I just had to sit there next to them for another hour feeling like the weirdest person alive.
That's brutal. I had a similar thing at the gym. I saw this guy who was always there at the same time as me. We'd nod at each other, the gym nod.
The gym nod is a sacred thing.
It is. And one day I decided to break the barrier. I said, hey man, good workout. And he just stared at me, sort of just grunted, and walked away.
No.
Yeah. After that, we couldn't even do the gym nod anymore. It was too awkward. I had to change my schedule.
You had to change your whole routine because of an awkward grunt? That's amazing.
I did. But what about when it actually works? Like you go on the first friend date. That can be just as weird.
Oh, yeah. I met someone through a group class I was taking. We got coffee afterwards, and the whole time I felt like I was running through a checklist in my head.
The checklist. Let's see. Ask about their job. Check. Ask about hobbies. Check.
Talk about a TV show you both might like. Check. It didn't feel natural. It felt like I was trying to prove I was worthy of being their friend.
And then there's the end of the friend date. The goodbye.
The worst part, you say, this was fun. We should do this again sometime.
And then you both just stand there, wondering who was supposed to text first. Does the 3-day rule apply to friendships too?
It's all so complicated. There are all these unwritten rules that nobody ever teaches you.
So why do you think it feels so different now? Why is it so much harder than it used to be?
Well, for one, I think we're just busier. We have jobs, responsibilities, maybe families. Finding free time is hard.
Yeah, time is a big one. When you're a kid, your main job is to play. As an adult, your schedule is packed.
And energy, too. After a long week of work, sometimes the last thing you want to do is go out and meet new people. My sofa feels like a very good friend on a Friday night.
The sofa is a reliable friend. It's always there for you.
It is. But also, I think people already have their groups. When you're older, most people have their close friends from school or university.
That's a good point. It feels like you're trying to join a club that's already full. They have their inside jokes, their history.
Exactly. And it takes a lot of effort to build that kind of history with someone new. It doesn't happen in one coffee meeting.
It's also that we're more set in our ways. We have our routines: coffee on Saturday morning, laundry on Sunday. Fitting a new person into that routine is a change.
Yeah, it's a disruption. A good disruption, maybe, but still a disruption.
And I think we're more guarded. As a kid, you trust everyone. As an adult, you've been disappointed before. It takes more time to open up to people.
That's really true. Being vulnerable is scary, and making a new, real friend requires a lot of vulnerability. You have to share things about yourself.
And you're not sure if they're going to get it or if they're going to stick around.
So you just kind of stay on the surface. You talk about work and the weather, which is fine, but it doesn't build a deep connection.
And you know what I think makes it even weirder? Social media.
Oh, definitely. Tell me about it.
Well, you see people's curated lives, right? Everyone on social media seems to have this amazing, busy social life. They're always out with huge groups of friends, laughing, having a great time. It makes you feel like you're doing something wrong if you spent your Saturday night reading a book. Saying all this, it sounds kind of sad, but maybe we're looking at it the wrong way.
What do you mean?
Well, maybe friendship in your 30s or 40s isn't supposed to look like it did when you were 15.
Okay, so less about having a huge group of people you see every single day?
Right. Maybe it's more about quality over quantity. Having one or two people you can have a really good, honest conversation with once a month is amazing.
That's a nice way to think about it. The pressure to have a big social life can be a lot, but maybe a quiet social life is okay too.
And also, different friends for different things. You might have your gym friend, your work friend, your book club friend. They don't all have to be your tell everything to best friend.
That makes sense. It takes the pressure off of every new person to be the one, the perfect friend.
Yeah, and maybe it's okay for it to be slow. A friendship that builds over months or even years through small interactions can be really strong.
I like that. It's not a race, it's just about connecting with people in a way that feels good and fits into your actual life.
Exactly. And knowing that almost everyone feels this same awkwardness is comforting. It's not just you or me, it's a normal part of being an adult.
So it's not something we need to fix then, it's just a thing.
I think so. It's just a phase of life. The way you make friends changes, just like everything else changes.
And maybe the goal isn't to get back to how it was when we were kids. Maybe it's just about being open to the small connections that happen now.
Yeah, like the brief chat with the barista at the coffee shop, or the nice comment from a neighbor. Those little things are connections too.
They are. It's not always about finding a new best friend. Sometimes it's just about feeling a little less alone in the world.
And that feels like a much more achievable goal.
And it makes the whole thing feel a lot less awkward.
It's just one of those weird things about adult life, I guess.
Yeah, one of the many things they just forget to give you a manual for when you turn 18.
Totally. Adulting 101: How to talk to strangers you might want to see again.
I would have aced that class. But it makes me wonder, is there a trick to it? Like, have you ever seen someone do it successfully in the wild?
Successfully. I did see a woman at the dog park once. Just go for it. It was impressive.
Okay, I need to hear this.
She just walked up to another dog owner and said, "Our dogs seem to be best friends. Maybe we should get a coffee while they play next week." Just like that.
Whoa, that's so direct. Did it work?
It did. They exchanged numbers. I was just standing there pretending to be really interested in a stick, but I was watching this masterclass in adult friendship.
Right, using the dogs as a social lubricant. That's a pro move.
Exactly. It gives you a built-in, low-pressure activity.
So the secret is get a dog?
Maybe. Or just find that common ground. A hobby, a local spot you both go to. It's about creating an excuse to hang out that doesn't feel so high stake.
Yeah, that makes total sense. It lowers the barrier from let's be friends to let's do this thing we both like together.
And then maybe friendship just happens, like it used to.
Maybe, or maybe it's just always a little bit awkward and we just have to be okay with that.
I think that's the real secret. Just embracing the awkward.
So next time you see Jim Nod Guy,
I'll be ready. And if he grunts and walks away, I'll know it's not me. It's just the weirdness of it all. I won't even have to change my schedule.
Exactly. We're all in this awkward boat together. But it makes me think, after all this talk about the awkwardness, why do we even bother trying? What's the payoff that makes it all worth it?
That's such a good question. I think for me, it's that little spark you get when you find someone who understands a very specific part of your world.
Like a shared reference.
Exactly. Like you make a joke about some obscure 90s cartoon, and they don't just stare at you blankly, they laugh and add to it. That moment of, oh, you too, is just the best feeling.
It is. It's like finding a missing piece of your own personal puzzle in a complete stranger. And I think there's also something cool about getting a fresh perspective.
How you mean?
Well, your old friends, the ones who've known you forever, they see you through a filter of your entire history. A new friend gets to meet you exactly as you are right now.
That's so true. It's a clean slate. They don't remember your awkward high school phase.
For which I am eternally grateful. They just see the person you've become, and you get to discover their whole story too. It's like opening a new book.
A new book. I love that analogy. It's so much more exciting than just staying in your own little library.
So I guess that's the answer. The potential for connection and discovery outweighs the risk of rejection.
I think so. It's a reminder that there's always new stories to hear and new people to share your own story with.
Okay, so here's to embracing the awkward for the sake of a good story.
I'll cheers to that.
That actually brings up a good point. Maybe the best strategy isn't to focus on making friends at all.
Go on. I'm listening.
Well, the goal of making a friend feels so big and vague. It puts all the pressure on the social outcome. But what if the goal was just to do an interesting activity?
I think I see where you're going with this. You mean like joining a club or taking a class?
Exactly. If you join a hiking club, the goal is to go hiking. If you take a pottery class, the goal is to make pottery. The social part is just a bonus, not the main event. It takes all the pressure off.
That's a much calmer way to approach it. The focus isn't on the outcome of making a friend, but on the process of doing something enjoyable. The conversation then becomes about the shared experience. It really reframes the whole idea of failure. If you go to a pottery class and don't make a new best friend, you haven't failed. You've just had a pottery class. It takes the pressure off entirely.
Exactly. It stops being this separate, stressful thing on your to-do list called make friends and just becomes part of live an interesting life. The connections become a natural byproduct of you just being you and doing things you enjoy.
Right. You're not thinking, what should I say next? You're thinking, hey, can you pass me that paintbrush? Or, wow, look at that view. The conversation flows from the activity itself.
And it's the consistency that does the work for you. Seeing the same faces week after week at a book club or a community garden builds a sense of familiarity. That's the foundation of friendship, and you're building it without even trying.
That's the adult version of the playground. You just keep showing up to the same place, and eventually you start talking to the other people who also keep showing up.
And it's a win-win situation. Best case, you make a great new friend. Worst case, you spend an afternoon learning how to make a beautiful pot or going on a scenic hike. You still gain something from the experience, regardless of the social outcome.
So I guess if we were to wrap this all up, the main feeling I'm left with is that it's okay. It's okay that it feels weird and awkward, and it's okay that it's not like it was when we were kids.
I agree. It's about letting go of that old picture and embracing what adult friendship looks like now. Maybe it's slower, maybe it's quieter, and it's definitely more about quality than quantity. It's about being patient with yourself and others.
And focusing on those small, genuine connections wherever you find them, whether it's over a shared hobby, a quick chat at a coffee shop, or even just a nod at the gym.
Well, this has been a really nice conversation. Thank you for sharing your awkward moments with me.
Anytime. It's good to know we're all in the same boat.
Absolutely. And to everyone listening, we hope you found some comfort in this too. Join us next time for another conversation. Thanks for listening.
See you next time.